Hello, everyone. Don't worry about why I don't have a shirt on. It would appear that Ethan Klein has decided that he is going to be suing some choice creators because of them taking the video that he made and reacted to them on stream, fully minorly edited, minor commentary, basically all of the things that a lot of reaction content creators are very much accused of. And he feels that these specific creators are doing a disservice to the space, to the content creation in general, and to all sorts of other creative avenues that rely on other people's content to react to, watch parties, just react commentary, all this sort of thing. He believes that these three creators that he is going to be suing are essentially taking advantage of other people's content in a negative way that risks everybody else in the space, which is why he's now taking action against them. Now, he did a video, 20 minutes long. I watched it, digested it, and now I'm talking about it. And I think he makes some good points. I also think he makes some very bad ones. And I'm gonna wanna, kind of break it all down, talk about everything that he says, everything he doesn't say, everything he kind of implies, everything he doesn't imply. Just break it down and let you guys know of my own opinion on this. I know, who gives a fuck? Fucking 800 sub Andy? Shut up. Go away. Anyway,
is spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on lawyers. Today, I invite you into my home to share my favorite pastime with you.
that's a crime, by the way. Burning money. That's like not allowed. You're not allowed to do that.
ReactGate was a debate going on in the stream.
Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and just like go over this whole situation with the Reactgate and all that. Basically, he brought up with XQC that a lot of reaction YouTubers and content creators and streamers basically they didn't actually add anything to the content. They just sat there with their face in the little corner of the screen. You're gonna see a bunch of people put their face over here instead of actually making their own take on the video, and basically they'll just sit there and go for like 30 minutes straight, add nothing to the content that they're doing. Sometimes they'll even walk away and you get to watch the whole chair reacting to the stream or video or whatever the hell we're talking about in the specific situation, and they add nothing to it, which is the case with Hassan Piker, Denims, Frogan, and Casey Tron. Though Casey Tron doesn't actually walk away, she can't. She's much too wide. Frogan at least has learned how to slither. She uses her fucking hut powers to just slug her way away. But, people like Denims and Hassan are able to just walk away. Unfortunately, Casey Tron, who is also being sued, is much too intoxicated for such a situation to be possible for her.
Infringer. That's how I knew when this video came out, the Snarkers were going to encourage, promote, and push streamers to commit copyright infringement. I should thank the Snarkers, actually. Because of their predictability, they acted like double agents for us, incriminating their favorite streamers and serving them up on a golden platter.
Now, I do want to talk about this because this is kind of the main thing that Ethan is using as his thing. Hey, look at me, I'm in the corner. Anyway, he is going to use this post as his main thing. It's why he's got the screenshots. It's why he's got all that, right? And it says right here, they're planning to stream their reactions or post-reaction videos in the coming days. This is for people who want to watch the video, but do not want to support H3H3. They do not want to support Ethan. They essentially want to pirate the video. That automatically marks everybody here as being under suspicion. Every single person in this category is now under suspicion because of this one singular post. Because the post says right here This is for people who do not want to support the creator but want to watch the video. That is the main category of fair use to not be valid. Because the thing with fair use is that it is a defense. It is a defense in court. Because that's the main thing with fair use. It is a courtroom defense. The purpose of fair use is for you to say, hey guys, yes, I included this person's content in my own. However, I did it for parody purposes. I did it with transformative intent, or I did it under good faith to react to this person's content, not to steal their audience, not to leech off of them. That is the main, I guess, guiding point for whether fair use is in fact applicable or not. And the people who are being sued are essentially the ones that he looked at in this list right here, that you can all see here, that were in fact not committing fair use because of things that he's going to talk about later in the video. Now, this is a pretty big one, the Caseytron segment of the video.
And bong loads.
They do musicals. They're very musical people. I know. Are you being serious? Dog, what do you... Look! You think I made this?
Frogan.
That was genuinely pathetic. By the way, Caseytron used to look kind of nice. She looks awful now. How the hell does this woman even have any fans at all? Like, I'm sorry. I get it. She got the heavies. 100%, right? Why do you look 60? Straight up, Caseytron. I want you to explain to me why you look 60, and then I will be a little nicer to you.
Frogan, who, bless her soul, she's still rising.
Can I
Frogan,
can I
yes.
walk away and use the bathroom? Do I have permission? Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing.
Did everybody catch that? Did everybody catch what Frogan just said right there? She said that she's walking away from one of her biggest streams ever, because she normally has like about 200 viewers. Most of it bought it, don't worry about it. And this was probably one of her biggest streams. I think she was in the 10 to 20k range, if not more than that. Pretty significant, right? And she is just walking away confident that people will stay if she keeps playing the video. Meaning, she is aware that people are not there for her transformative side of things. People are there to watch Ethan's video without supporting Ethan. Big detail. Big detail on why this isn't fair use. And then she walks away and lets it play
Apparently
for
thinks Twitch is liable for me.
a whole bunch of time. And then she returns and, you know, demands another tiny critter be fed into her giant Jabba the Hutt mouth. Okay, this is just some denim slander, which I approve of, but it's not why we're here. So we're just going to skip forward a little bit.
Let's take a look at the complaints, and let's start with my favorite
Okay,
of the three.
He's actually going to talk about... I was looking for this part. I was looking for this part in the video where he actually breaks down. Now, we've already talked about the thing Frogan did. He's now going to talk about... And I cannot stress this enough. Right, people make fun of Frogan because she's always eating on stream. Caseytron smokes so much goddamn weed. Right? I've got no problems with people who smoke weed, but you gotta ease up on that bitch. Right? It will fuck you up. And it does, because take one fucking look at Casey and
Very
you'll
own,
know.
the prestigious, the highly acclaimed, the highly analytical Caseytron.
There
A
she
lot
is.
of people have been wanting to watch
This bitch has aged like 30 years in the past 6 months.
this without necessarily supporting Ethan
And I guarantee it's because of drugs. Drugs will fuck your shit up, dude. Unless you're Joe Rogan, in which case they just add more bulk.
Klein.
Maybe it's the elk meat. Maybe if you mix the weed or whatever the fuck he takes with the elk meat, you become Joe Rogan. That's the secret. You gotta mix the two.
So we're gonna watch it necessarily supporting Ethan Klein.
That line right there. That's the killer. That's the thing that marks this as non-fair use. No defense in court is valid once you say the words, watching this without supporting. You're fucked. As soon as that happens, boom, copyright hits like a truck.
And just as a silly thought experiment, we thought, wouldn't it be funny if she spent more time smoking than she did talking? And thinking there was no way that that could be true. Well, we tallied them up, and lo and behold, there's 15 minutes 40 seconds of commentary versus 18 minutes and 55 seconds of smoking.
Which is crazy, right? Crazy fucking work. Especially considering the fact that we saw her coughing her damn lungs out, right? Like, I've met fucking 20-year-olds who smoked so much in their teenage years, they can't fucking run properly because their lungs don't work anymore. And I look at this bitch, and I see that. I see that she has fucked up her lungs so goddamn much, she can't even inhale the smoke anymore that she's supposed to be used to, right? Like, this is a druggy aficionado that we're talking about here, right? This isn't her first rodeo. And yet, she's coughing up her lungs like this is the first drag she's ever pulled off a cigarette.
Majority of her commentary comes down to this.
I don't understand this bit that he's doing.
He's read more books than you could ever imagine.
CPM's coming out of Qatar.
What the hell
you
is
kids
going
love anime,
on?
right?
He's read more books than you could ever imagine.
What is happening? I'm trying to follow. I've lost the plot.
Crazy work, right? Especially the part where she says that she somehow lost the plot, like this is a difficult video to keep up with. Dude, it's literally just him saying, Hassan bad, Twitch bad, Hassan anti-Semitic, Twitch anti-Semitic. That's it. That's the point. And then he's showing you evidence of Hassan being anti-Semitic and being pro-terrorist. That's it. That's the point. That's the point of the video. If you struggle to keep up with this, I don't know what to tell you.
Dog, what do you look? You think I made this? This isn't a music video, Hassan.
Why is she coughing that much? That's my question. Supposedly you're used to this, right? Oh, and by the way, I do love the detail that this is censored. I don't know that it was censored in her stream. I don't watch CaseyTron streams. I have actual good taste. I only watch Chibi Doki. But this is actually, like, against TOS. Like, this is some shit you should be getting banned for. Because she is taking too much of it, even if it's legal. She is becoming intoxicated to the point that she can't even follow the content that she's watching because she's got nothing to say. She's got no transformative content to add to the content that she's reacting to. So it's not transformative because she's barely there, right? There's no parody, there's no criticism. Most of what she's saying is that she's not able to follow and she's not able to breathe because she's coughing. Get it?
And as dumb as all of that is, this is the part that really got her sued.
A lot of people have been wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein.
Okay, so we've gone over the two major big deals about CaseyTron here, right? It's the fact that at the start she said, yes, we're absolutely just going to steal this content from Ethan Klein. She stated it, like, outright. We're watching this without supporting him. Stealing the content. And the second thing is that it wasn't transformative at all because, A, she did not understand the content that she was watching, so she could not actually weigh in on it. And B, she spent more time smoking without pausing the video to like discuss it than she did actually commenting on it. So let's move on to the next person.
Frogan. Reaction by exiting. Here she is getting up to leave the video running as she steps out of the
I like the detail that you can tell that this is a document that they are creating. He took a screenshot of the document that they're probably going to be presenting in court, because this is very obviously a Word file that they have probably turned into like a PDF or whatever. I don't care. Regardless, yeah, big deal, right? Reacting by just walking away.
The room. Is that transformative?
No.
I
No,
guess
it is
the
not.
judge will decide. She
Yeah.
said, quote, "It's time to watch the new Nuke ethically. Hell yeah." Huh.
And there it is. Cotter stating it, outright saying, we are watching this ethically because we are not reacting to it, or we are not watching it through Ethan's channel. We're watching it through mine. So that money, that view, is going to me. Because all of you people wanted to watch it, but you're watching it through me instead. That's stealing. That's stealing. That's not fair use. That's not fair use at all. And that's the big deal here.
Very smart to say on camera, by the way.
Yeah.
She said, quote, "Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate everyone's support. And thank you for watching it with me." Well, you are so welcome, and I'm so glad that you were able to enjoy that day. Commentary is so non-existent that even her own fans begin to call her out.
I don't have anything to say.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Even her own fans are going, bitch, don't you got nothing to say? Aren't you going to defend your boy? And she doesn't, because she's got nothing to say, dog. She has nothing that she can say because she's kind of just not really all the way there, right? All of her brain has kind of rotted away because it doesn't get any blood flow, because the blood has so much body to go through, it doesn't get there. So she doesn't have the capacity to talk about this stuff, right? And that's important. But this is not that big of a deal, so let's move on.
Don't advise it.
Can I?
Bathroom, please.
What do you want me to make a point on?
Oh, I forgot. She also said, "Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing."
I'll leave it playing. Why would that be what you want to do? Don't you want to add your own thoughts and comments to the video? No. Don't you want this to be transformative, Frogan? Of course not. Which is why she's getting sued, and she's almost certainly gonna lose the fuck out of this thing. But anyway.
Watching ethically, but I learned not to steal when I was 5. Up next is Denims. And honestly, just take a look at this, guys. It's a nightmare on Denim Street.
And again, we see here, she's not there while the video is playing. Again, not transformative. However, this is not the smoking gun. The smoking gun is when she admits that she's doing it maliciously. So does she? That's the question here, right?
I don't have to give the Nuke views. Yeah, I'm going to stream it. Since he's confirmed it's coming out today, I'm going to stream it.
But the real big quote is this one, right? If you guys enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, give me a follow, subscribe, throw a prime if you like. So not only is she thanking people for not supporting Ethan's video, she is asking for monetary compensation for what she is doing. Again, getting sued. And that's the main thing here. Because this is how you lose the ability to talk about this in court and win. Because the moment that you're doing it maliciously, the second that you're doing it maliciously, you can no longer claim fair use. Because the whole point of fair use is for it to be a defense that you can call upon when you are watching something with, an earnest, fair mindset. Basically, I'm just watching YouTube videos and I'm reacting to it with my chat. These people were never going to go out and search for this video. They were just going to watch it with me, and that's it. They would not have been viewers to this video. And afterwards, I urged them to, because they watched the video with me, go give the original video a view. Go give it a like. Go give it a subscription. And that's how you ensure that this is fair use, which is what Denims is going to talk about now. And this is kind of the part that I wanted to talk about the most because, and I know I left it to the end of the video, but Denims makes a few good points here, which I think Ethan is wrong about. So let's see, and I'm going to put my face right here, and we're going to go at it rapid fire. So, Denims, take it away.
Like filler content and stuff. Like I think filler content, like you shouldn't do it. I know I do it as
She does do it. That doesn't mean it's not fair use. Give it a second.
a React stream. And I try to do it only when I do it with like Vox videos or Vice videos and stuff like that, because at least I'm not like directly ripping from one content creator and not like a whole.
Again, doesn't necessarily mean fair use. In fact, this helps her case, right? This helps her case if she actively tries to not hinder smaller creators. I will say, reacting to smaller creators is a very good way to support those smaller creators, especially if you have a much larger audience than them, and then you urge your audience to go give them a follow or a subscription if they enjoyed the video. It's actually a very good way to help the next generation of content creators.
Whole team and stuff. And most of those videos have like 5 million views. I only get like 500 viewers.
Yeah, this is true. She only gets 500 viewers.
Like out what I'm taking maybe 50 views from the video. It's a lot harder to feel like, I guess, bad about that. Where
Again, this is actually the exact way that you would claim fair use in court, by saying that you are not, in fact, harming the original product.
whereas like I would feel very bad about doing that to like a single content creator.
I love that fucking image of Ethan. I fucking love that image of Ethan. Look at that. That is so fucking hot. And Ethan is so fucking not. I love that image.
The majority of people said that they literally wouldn't watch Hell's Kitchen unless I was streaming.
And that is a pretty big deal. Because if the people who were watching it with you would not have watched it otherwise, you are not taking any money from the original creators. And that's a big deal. However, she acknowledged when it came to Ethan's video that she was in fact stealing his views. She acknowledged that. She knew that. That's it. So she cannot claim fair use with regards to Ethan's videos. However, this is exactly how you would claim fair use.
And it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm reacting hard enough. You know, I'm sure if you click on a random part in the video, I might not be saying anything, sure, whatever. And I might walk.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with it being fair video. Your video can be transformative just by adding a new title, right? Yeah, and adding a new title, adding a new thumbnail, and then just re-uploading the video in a mocking way, in a parody way. You can do it with minor editing, and it is, in fact, considered fair use. You can do parodies like that. It's very, very easy to fall under the pretense of fair use, so long as you are, in fact, being fair.
Walk away from the screen, but it's about like the communal thing. It's why like fucking Toast started streaming Death Note. It's not about the actual show at a certain point. It's the same reason you watch shows with your friends. You want to watch it with other people. A lot of
All of these are, in fact, how you claim fair use.
people go to watch streamers on Twitch for their React content almost as a curator. So they don't
Yes.
actually want to go
Fair
through YouTube themselves and watch a bunch of videos. And they probably never will go through YouTube and click a bunch of videos. They like going to Twitch because they like to have it as like, this streamer is curating fun content that
Or-
I want to watch.
Absolutely fair use. Absolutely, that is exactly how fair use works. And these were the four main parts of this video that I wanted to look at. They are the four main bits that I think were worth discussing. Ethan's, taunting and, gloating, yeah, that's entertaining, but I wanted to talk about the real side of this, the real part of the drama here. And I do think that Ethan is going to win the shit out of this lawsuit, right? And so, I wish luck to all three people who are being sued here. I wish them luck with garnering support from not just their fans, but also Hassan Piker. I'm sure he'll donate to the fund, because as we all know, he is very vocal about supporting these people, and he actually does help when it comes to it, right? He goes out of his way to actually give monetary support when it matters, right? He only gives other people's money. Anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing how this turns out. I really hope that they live stream the actual like court thing. I'm trying to react to that whole thing because I guarantee that's going to be awesome content. I'm going to have a ton of fun reacting to that. But with all that being said, that's all I had to say, at least. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe. Check out Ethan's actual video. It will be in the description for you guys to watch the whole thing. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Cheers.